Today, in lieu of the news, we have a special presentation from the WCDP archives. As many of our listeners may be aware, WCDP radio began in 1952, when radio was more than just news. Back in those days, it was a source of infinite entertainment, as your phone and television might be today. Among our many programs, one which we hold especially dear to our hearts was the horror series, The Slanted Hallway. For nearly 2 decades and across 4 different stations, The Slanted Hallway terrified listeners. Its bizarre brand of horror became iconic, and we are delighted to present one of its most famous stories for you tonight, complete with original sponsors. While we cannot speak to the quality of those sponsors, we can present, with pride, Episode 1, Into the Mist.
Good evening, listeners, and welcome to what we hope will become a regular feature of your Tuesday nights. This evening, we have for you something that is very special in the world of radio, a pilot, or a test episode of what we hope will become a new series. Let me be the first to welcome you to what I'm sure will be the most frightening 30 minutes of your life, The Slanted Hallway. Not so long ago, dear listener, you'll recall there was not the bounty we now so readily indulge in. No, just 7 short years ago, we were engaged the world over in the greatest endeavor of human conflict ever known. Were it not for our brave and steadfast efforts, Lord knows what could have happened. Tonight we will be taking a glimpse into one of those perilous moments that came before victory was certain. We are led by our intrepid captain, Mortimer Falstaff, and the crew of the USS Biddeford, a corvette, possibly outnumbered and certainly outmatched in their pursuit of the DKM WURSTBITTE. We take you there now, as we journey down the dark passageways of the Slanted Hallway.
Clicks in closing, Captain.
Keep on them, boys. Lieutenant, can we get any more speed out of her?
A little more, sir, but we can't keep it up.
Johnson, how many can you confirm?
Just the frigate, sir, but the U-boats are still likely out there, just too deep.
All right, Lieutenant, order a volley. Fire at will. Even if we just hit water, it'll line us up enough to get closer.
Roger. Bridge to gunnery! Bridge to gunnery! Main battery at will!
It doesn't look like much. Another volley, and general order, battle stations.
Bridge to gunnery, another volley. Same position at will. From the captain, all hands, battle stations.
Full speed. We're not losing her.
Bridge to engineering, full speed ahead.
Radar man Johnson, report.
It's still just the frigate, sir. Although
what?
There's something. It's small, but it appeared near the vessel, sir.
No doubt it's the wolf pack closing in. Engage the Philadelphia device.
Sir, we're not even certain it works. And it will destroy the capabilities of all our radar equipment.
That was an order. Engage the device. Lieutenant, maintain course.
Aye, sir.
Aye, sir.
We're closing in now, sir. I'd estimate 1.5 kilometers, maybe less.
I see that, Johnson. Lieutenant, ready the men for another shot. And I want everything. If the Krauts are bringing up the U-boats, they think we're sitting ducks. Make them pay for that mistake.
Aye, sir. Bridge to gunnery. General barrage on the frigate at will.
Hold fire. We've lost visual.
Hold fire.
We can't have lost it.
When the smoke settles, sir, I'm certain we'll be watching a sinking hunk of steel.
It's a fine idea, but don't say anything till you see it for yourself. The smoke keeps getting thicker. Lieutenant, was there any mention of a fog in the weather reports?
No, sir, just heavy winds.
Any sign of the frigate?
No, sir.
All right, Radar Man Johnson. Disengage the Philadelphia device. I want confirmation that it's still out there.
Aye, sir. Philadelphia disengaged. Radar operational.
Anything?
We've confirmed the frigate, sir, and
And what? How many are out there?
there must be some mistake, sir.
What are we looking at?
It could be. I don't know, sir. It keeps changing. It's either just the frigate ahead or...
I want the worst, and then assume that there's more than that.
It could be. There could be 5, 10. At times I can't count them all.
Re-engage the device. Lieutenant, maintain battle stations. But I want radio silence. Alarms off. Kill any light not within the ship.
Aye, sir. Roger, Captain. Engineering reporting in. We've lost power on the port side, shutting down for repair.
No time given, of course.
No, sir.
Naturally. Well then, it looks like we are sitting ducks.
Not if the device works, sir. With this fog over us, there's no way they could maintain a visual.
Well then, let's hope it works.
Well, listener, there you have it. A brave crew who, through no fault of their own, are trapped, outnumbered, outgunned, and incapable of escape. It's a strange thing to be brave. To go out against your own better judgment. To defy the fear in your gut. For the crew of the Biddeford, it may not have paid off. Certainly in our world, I'd already be telling you of their heroic efforts, how they saved the day, how each was awarded a medal, and how they spent Christmas with their loved ones. But, dear listener, they aren't in our world any longer. They've pointed their sexton in the direction of the Slanted Hallway, and I very much doubt there's any chance for escape.
Time, Johnson.
It's 2100, sir.
Strange.
What, sir?
Nothing. Remain here. I'm off to walk the deck.
Inspection, sir?
After a fashion. Send someone if we regain visual. And that's an order.
Roger.
Good man. Good man.
Captain.
Lieutenant? Good news, I hope.
Mostly, sir. The engineers say progress is being made, and quicker than expected.
However,
There's still no definite time on when we'll be moving again.
as expected. Tell me, Lieutenant, how long have they been at it?
Ever since the failure, sir.
So about an hour, then?
Aye, sir.
And I left the bridge about 15 minutes ago. Tell me, Lieutenant, what time is it now?
It's 2100, sir.
I've got the same time.
Is there a problem, sir?
Not as of yet. Although, I have a feeling we're about to have one.
Not from the frigate.
Less the frigate, no. But I don't like the wolf pack, the U-boats around it.
Sir, there's nothing to worry about. We may be just a corvette, but there's no ship more advanced than ours. The radar alone puts us years ahead of the Germans, not to mention the missiles and even the
Never speak those words off the bridge, understood?
Understood, sir. What... Captain... If you don't mind my asking...
Doesn't do. I mind very much. That's classified information, and very much on a need-to-know basis. Before you start asking again, understand this. If you need to know, you already would.
Of course, sir. My apologies.
There's no need to apologize for curiosity. I was like you once, when I was first enlisted. So many questions, never an answer given. It took me a long time to understand it's better this way. But eventually, you'll understand that too. Tell me, Lieutenant,
Porter, sir. William Porter.
Well then, Lieutenant Porter, are you a college man?
Yes, sir.
So then you entered the service as an officer?
Yes, sir.
So then, you entered when? Not long ago, I imagine.
I entered service the day after Pearl Harbor, sir.
Coming up on a, year then. Tell me, Lieutenant. When did this all begin? The war, I mean.
Soon as I joined, December 42.
And we're bound to win. Because of all the men, and all the ships, and all the technology. There's not a doubt in your mind, even in all the fog, in the middle of the Atlantic, with a stalled corvette, and God knows how many Kriegsmarine out there, we're going to win. Is that it?
Well, of course, sir.
And why is that?
Well, Americans don't lose wars, sir.
As I thought. You really are new to all this. That line they fed you, truth, justice, and the American way, maybe it matters, somewhere. In the grand scheme of things, it matters, possibly. But what you have to understand is it doesn't matter here. Not here. Not to any man on this, dinghy floating lifelessly in the middle of nothing. Not one officer but you thinks it matters. And as for the war, it began long before they attacked Pearl Harbor. It began as soon as the First World War ended, and we've been fighting it ever since. You don't need ships in peacetime, and yet we've been building. Just like the British, just like the Germans. We've all been at war this whole time.
But the Declaration is...
Let us talk about it. Before that, it was like the machine in the bridge, a quiet secret that everyone knows about. My first mission was 1933. Boring stuff, most of the time. But once the bombs started falling in Europe, the war hotted up over here too. I was part of the convoys starting in 1939. 4 years I've studied the Germans. I know how the wolfpack hunts. Believe me, boy, there's blood in the water, and they know it. As you were.
Not this time, sir. Pardon me, sir, but not this time. The Biddeford is the finest ship of the line, specifically built for the U-boats. You're standing on the finest thing American minds have ever thought up. The fiercest machine American hands have ever put together. It's more than safe, sir. It's the Republic, floating out to sea.
The Republic, and all the safety that comes with it, stayed back in New York when we lifted anchor. America, and all the safety that word brings, stayed behind with her.
Sir, this is starting to sound hopeless and, frankly, treasonous. You can't...
Silence! I can do as I please. Do you understand? I was ordered to pursue that frigate. I knew when we pulled from the convoy that we were dead. But I did. Is that insubordinate? Is that treason? I followed my orders.
Well, you can't act like a captain up there and then cry alone.
I followed my orders, and now you follow yours. I said silent, and I meant it. When you are the captain, you must always appear confident. I can't have the whole crew filled with all the worries I possess. There are too many fools like you don't know they've been sent on a suicide mission. Americans don't lose wars, right? Right? Well, that's what I've got to make sure we all believe. America, safety, is in New York. It's 10,000 planes flying across the Pacific. Its full fleet of destroyers, cruisers, battleships, aircraft carriers. All this, all we are, is a broken down lump of cold steel. A can with 200 dead sailors inside. It's one thing to be inexperienced, Lieutenant. It's another, a grave error, to broadcast it. Did anyone see where that shot came from?
Port side, sir. It sounded like a direct hit.
Return fire. Give it everything we got.
Aye, sir.
Hold fire! Hold fire!
All stations, hold fire!
Johnson, I want a full damage report as soon as possible.
Already coming in, sir. The lieutenant is compiling them now.
What's the worst we've got so far?
See for yourself, Captain. Have a look toward the bow.
I can't see anything through this damn mist.
Exactly, sir. If there was a fire, we'd be able to see some trace of it. If we're going under, we'd feel it, but...
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Exactly, sir.
Lieutenant Porter, damage report.
Nothing, sir. Hull intact. Gunnery reports all is well. Engineering still struggling with the motor.
I swear we were hit.
Must have hit something to our side, sir.
What could have been floating out here that could take a hit like that?
No idea. It'd have to be at least the size of the Biddeford. Larger even. But we've got no reports or any sightings.
This isn't right. Lieutenant, read me off the first few lines of the report.
USS Biddeford. Damage report. As compiled by Lieutenant Junior Grade William D. Porter.
No, above that.
That's just the date and time, sir.
Yes, I'm aware. Give me the time.
2100.
That was the time of the attack, right?
Aye, sir?
Finish the report. Radar Man Johnson, make note of any suspicious activity among the crew. And Johnson, I don't want anyone on the bridge who isn't currently in this room. Understood?
Hey, you don't think... It's impossible that what we saw was...
We didn't see anything. We heard it. We felt it. But we didn't see it. It could have just as easily been a member of the crew setting something off. No one is above suspicion but the people I saw with my own eyes. And that's just you and the lieutenant. I'm going to go do my own inspection. I want that full report when I get back.
Captain!
Lieutenant?
The engineers say progress is being made and quicker than expected.
And no further damage from the attack?
Attack? Sir.
The blast we heard!
What blast? It's been calm since we lost the visual on the frigate.
The blast! The explosion we heard not 1 hour ago!
Sir, I'm sorry, but I think you need to get some rest.
Yes. That's all I need. Too many hours at the helm, it seems.
All right, then.
Sorry, I'm going to head up to the bridge. My watch. You wouldn't happen to have had the time, would you?
2100, sir.
As I thought. Lieutenant. You're here.
I haven't left, sir.
Any second now, I suppose.
Pardon?
Port side, sir. It sounded like a direct hit.
Remain calm. Do not return fire. We weren't hit.
What?
Remain calm. All is well.
We can't just sit here, sir. What if they fire on us again?
They won't. Radar men, tie down the lieutenant.
What?
That's an order. I'm not fully certain what's happening here, but it reeks of mutiny. The only man I'm certain is involved is the lieutenant.
Sir, this is madness.
It's your duty to obey. Now do as I have told you, or you'll be in the same position as the lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
Good man. And just...
Port side, sir. It sounded like a direct hit.
Johnson? Why has this man not been subdued?
What do you mean, sir?
I ordered you to tie down the lieutenant. And now I've returned.
You issued no such order, sir.
Sir, do we return fire?
So it's the both of you then, huh?
What do you mean, sir?
You! And Lieutenant Porter, both of you. You're conspiring against me. You're out to make me look like some kind of fool. Like I've lost my edge. You don't think I'm fit for command, and you've created this whole elaborate game to prove your point.
Sir, this is madness.
Worse than that, it's mutiny.
Sir, please remain calm. I know the situation is stressful, but...
Far more than that, Lieutenant.
Put the gun down, sir.
No. Now, it's the only thing keeping me safe. Lieutenant, it's 2100, isn't it?
Yes, it...
2100. 9 p.m. It's been 9 p.m. for days, gentlemen. I don't know how you're doing it, but that's the way it's been. Ever since you sailed us into the mist. It's been 9 p.m. God knows how long you two have kept us circling. How many of the crew are in on it? On this mad lie? don't think I haven't noticed. I'm very, very aware of what's happening.
Sir, I don't think...
Silence! Silence! I've heard far too much rationalizing, far too many reports. I know what I know. I've seen it all with my own eyes. And believe me, no one's getting away with it this time. Is that understood? Keep your distance. Keep your distance. This isn't a game anymore. This is a matter of life and death. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Sir, there's no game. We only entered the fog a few minutes ago and...
Lies. Both of you. Everything. It's all a lie.
Sir, if you don't put the gun down, if you don't calm down, we'll be forced to take action.
Do it. I dare you. I dare anyone to take action. Make any meaningful move, and let's see what happens. Dear God. It had to be done. It had to be done.
Mortimer Falstaff, what do you think your mother's going to say when she hears about this?
Mrs. Carmichael? Hello? Hello? Is there someone out there? Hello?
Come on, Morty. Get in the boat. It'll be quick.
Billy? You're Billy. You're Billy Carmichael.
What, are you scared? Come on. It'll be a quick trip.
No. I remember. You can't go out. Now the storm is moving in. You'll die once you pass the breakwater.
Morty, grow up. No one's ever died in Gloucester Harbor.
You did. You did. On the Festival of St. Peter. I found your boat. It was me. Yeah. June 29th, 1927. You were just a boy. I could have saved you. I could have saved...
Captain!
I could have stopped you.
The engineers say progress is being made, and quicker than expected.
Good. It's nearly 2100, isn't it, Lieutenant Carmichael?
Porter, sir. And it's 2100 exactly, sir.
Porter. Of course. My apologies. I've had a lot of, never mind. A mistake. Nothing more. Let's head up to the bridge. It's nearly time. I said I would be back at 2100.
Aye, sir.
Johnson, is the Philadelphia device still operating?
As normal, sir.
Lieutenant, you know this machine here? It's sort of a cloaking device. It's not fully certain how it all works, but as long as it's on, there's no way the Germans can find us. So long as it's on, we're safe.
Remarkable.
Very, Johnson. Turn it off.
What, sir?
Safety is a strange thing, men. We're safe in harbor, and yet, when we're there, we dream of the open ocean. We're safe at home, all of us. We'd all be safer if we never joined. Johnson, you could have a cushy job in some laboratory in the middle of God knows what desert, but you're here. Why?
Because I wanted to be, sir.
You want to die? You want to throw away all the years of college, all the training, all the smarts in that thick skull of yours because you want to die at the bottom of the ocean?
No, sir.
Well then, what are you after?
I want to fight, sir.
Well, so long as this device is on, there will be no fighting. If we don't know where Jerry is, we can't fire back. We're just trapped, circling the same moment, safe, but trapped. I'm not going to explain it anymore. Remove the device.
Sir, it's connected to every part of the ship.
Maybe. But this is where it all goes back to. This little box is the brain and the heart of the machine. Now rip it out from its place and hand it to me. I will help you if you need.
No, sir, I can do it fairly easily, but I don't think you understand what you're doing.
I know perfectly well what I'm doing. Tell me, how many times have we been fired upon?
Just the once, sir.
Then it's you who doesn't understand. All right then, men. Porter, until I return, you're in charge of the Biddeford.
Where are you going, sir?
Just a routine inspection. But you never know when things might get hairy.
Aye, sir. I won't let you down.
You don't think he's gonna throw it overboard, do you?
You'll be court-martialed for sure if he does something like that. Portside. It sounded like a direct hit.
I've got the frigate locked in. Looks like they're as lonely as us.
Look there, you can start to see it. Can't be more than 1,000 feet.
Aye, sir. We've got him. Hold on, there's more.
How many are we looking at? 3.
Or it looks to be 4, 5. At least 5. There's...
General order. Fire at will.
On behalf of the Slanted Hallway, I would like to thank you all for tuning in. Further, I would like to apologize for the decidedly un-American tone that episode took. As a result, the entirety of the writing staff has been fired, but don't worry, I have been named head writer in addition to my role as executive producer and narrator. And I assure you, the show will from this moment onward live up to my near impossible standard for greatness. We'll see you next week.